Hi guys, TopDj here and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to go through with you on how to customize your Stream Deck. Now I did a review not long ago. If you haven't seen it, then go back and watch it. More of an unboxing than a review. Now I've actually had to play with this thing now, so this is going to be like a review slash how to make your keys, but obviously the title of the video is going to be how to customize your keys. So I'm not sure if it's picking it up properly. At the minute I've got my webcam looking at this, and because of the brightness of this, it's a bit in your face and you can't see it. So first thing we're going to do is turn down the brightness. Let's see if this helps. So I know this is only really small. See, I've played with this a little bit, but I can't remember everything. There we go. Not that much, because that don't do anything. So somewhere around there seems to be, you can see it. So we'll go with that. Okay. So like I said, I haven't played with this massively amounts. I've only basically made these. Now, it may look like I've done a lot, but to be honest with you, I really haven't. So, in my Dropbox, because I use Dropbox because I find it one of the easiest things to use, it's my Stream Deck folder. So, basically, the idea of this is you want to make the keys as customizable to yourself. Now, I use my Stream Deck mainly for OBS and Vegas Pro. Now, the two keys I definitely did not want on the main front page would be the live key and the stream key. Now, my theory with this was that you don't want to accidentally be hitting stream when you're just sitting at home, I don't know, doing your Tesco shop. You know, you don't want to be doing that. I mean, you have to have OBS open for it to work, so why you'd have OBS open while you're doing Tesco shop, I don't know. But this is my point. I'd just keep it away from everything. So, into OBS. Now, I don't use OBS quite as other people might. This is mainly my setup, so you might have other ways yourself. You know, everyone has their own personal preference as such. So, on mine, we have the mute mic at the top, so I'll count and press at the same time. I'm going to count to 10. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 10. And as you can see, that just mutes it really quickly, and it's a nice easy button right there in the top. Now, I've been quite simple, yet I'd like to think quite clever, and all I've done is got a picture of a blue snowball. That is it. Put an X on it. No X, I'm muted. Same for my Xbox. That's the Xbox game sound. That's my desktop game sound, and that's Spotify. So it's really easy to know whether what's muted and what's not. I can clearly see here, it's all in red, it's muted. Job done. So, next thing I've got is obviously the face. Now I use this, again, it's just a picture of my face. It's a picture of my webcam, which is basically a picture of my face. So, you press that, it turns off the webcam. As you can see on this screen, it turns it off. And it's back. If I press face only, it will take you to face only. Now, the only problem is this. Is this going to focus? This isn't the right sort of camera to be doing close-up shots with. So, if it's a little bit blurry, then I do apologise, but I'm trying to bring you what it roughly looks like. And obviously, on the screen itself, which I can't point at, up there, in front of your face, basically, you can see the layout crystal clear. So, on mine, I'll quickly run through. So you've got my starting page, which is obviously like that, and you can have face cam on and off. My banner, which is the same sort of thing. If I'm just talking, face cam on and off. My Xbox, so obviously there's no signal because it's not on at the minute, with face cam on and off, which I haven't really messed around with yet. I haven't really started using the face cam properly yet. Obviously the screen I'm using at the minute. My B-right back screen, just in case I need to pop somewhere, which doesn't have facecam because obviously if I'm being technically away, I don't want my facecam on. And then my live one, which is basically just this. So just in case I need to talk to you and need to see my full face. So, right, so we'll go back to screen to what we're on. So obviously I've spoke you through my layout myself. Obviously again I use this for Vegas Pro. Now this has got really simple shortcuts. Nothing complicated whatsoever. It just saves using the mouse quite as much. You're not moving the mouse to the bottom of the screen to click on something. You just press the button on here. So, but that's not what I'm mainly here for today. So, that Stream Deck, it's really easy to use. So what we're going to do, we're going to make for some reason it's opening it way up over there. You can't see it, but it's just off the screen for some reason. When you press this, you get a choice of what ones you want to do. So let's enter a new one, and we're going to call this. How do you rename it? I've gone. Okay, rename. Let's call this test. Okay. I know I've got a capital E, but whatever. So now if I go back, there's nothing here, but you can choose it up here. So there's the test. So what we want to do, we want to go back to default, and then we're going to add a key. So we're going to go up to the control center, and you've got brightnesses and stuff. That I believe is for the key light, I think it's called. It's Elgato's light, gaming light basically. See record flash, no, that's game capture. Stream Deck, that's the one I was looking for. So switch profile. So you can simply drag and drop. And then we're going to call this as test. And we'll put it on the test one. So now if I press OBS, it takes us to our OBS screen. I press test, it takes us to our test screen. Unfortunately, I haven't got a back button. Okay, that's easy. Let's just put one back in. So switch profile. And we just want it to take us to default, I think it is. But it's technically a back, so we'll just call it back. Basically, your default page is basically the page you want to use as your home page, basically, default. So, that is simple. As I say, just made a quick thing to take us to our new place and back again. Easy. Doesn't take long whatsoever. So, obviously, what you want to do is customize these, which is 90% of what this video is about. That's just showing you how to make a few. So obviously, depending on what program you use, whether you use Streamlabs, whether you use, I don't know, whatever you use really, you can use it for the Elgato game capture, or you can use it for OBS, which is what I use. Sorry about that. So we're going to drop a scene in because this is one of the most likely things you're going to be using this for. We'll just call it, what were my screens? Let's just call it Xbox. Nice and easy. Okay, and then all you're doing is you're picking your screen. This is really annoying. It's opening just off the screen for some reason. But basically, you press that button, it comes up with all the options. So then all I'm doing is pressing Xbox. And that is it. So then when I press that button, it goes to the Xbox screen. It really is that simple. There's nothing to it whatsoever that's complicated. So we'll go back into test. Obviously, as you can notice, the recording button is flashing because I'm recording. So back into test, and that is it. That is how you add stuff. I'm not going to do this video on how you add stuff. You can play about, work it out. It is easy to do, it really is. Now, the more complicated bits, which I think people might not struggle with, but maybe not have the ideas for it. So if you go to elgato.com, which is obviously the website, I'll take you right back to the homepage. And then you want to go key light, yeah, I thought it was right. Then you go to Stream Deck, click on it. Come on, right, okay, Stream Deck. And then you scroll down, and down the page you'll find this bit called Make It Yours. Now this is basically what we're going to do. So if you press on here on the key creator, then it's up to you. If you want to bookmark this, you can do whatever you like. Just remember the website, it's up to you. I'll just go back to it. So as you can see, there's loads here which they've put in here for you, so you can use some of these. You can use any of these, you know, that's the idea. But obviously I wanted mine to be a little bit personal, so I believe in here we'll go back in Stream Deck. So as you can see, here's all the bits I used. So first of all, you need to get an idea of what you want to use. So I wanted one for my face cam, wanted one for my microphone, and so on and so forth. So that's what I went and got. I got the pictures for what I want. So that's the original picture, and that's the button itself. So let's go through on how to do this one. So that's it there, and there's your preview there. So that's what it's going to look like. You can do whatever you like with them. You know, I wouldn't recommend going over the top, because at the end of the day you have only got a little box that you're going to be viewing this in, but it's completely down to you. So we'll save this key, done. Okay, and then I believe in here, because I didn't like any of the X's they had, I had no entry symbol. Put it over the top. Save key. It really is that simple. And I've made 2 keys that are done. So, bear with me 2 seconds. Okay guys, so all I've done is gone into my downloads and put them in here. So these are the 2 keys that we're going to be using. So, let's bring back our Stream Deck. Let's go across to our test profile. And basically, this is the Xbox. Now, let's just change this because I've put it as... it's fine. Basically, I should have made the Xbox logo to go with the fact I chose an Xbox, but whatever. We're going to put a face cam picture on this. So, as you can see here, you've got 2 things. Now, what this is it's a toggleable switch. So, if you press it once, it changes to the other one. You press it again, it goes back. So, like you can see, with like the Xbox logo, I've got the cross. You guys can't see this. Let's go to the screen. That's a better option. I've got the cross here. So, when I'm on something else, so let's bring on Facecam and press Xbox, you can see now the Xbox has got a cross and the screen hasn't. Let's go back to screen. The screen's got a cross and the Xbox hasn't. So I know which one I'm on. I know these 2 things are live, and I know that's live because it's got the cross through it. Now I know that's technically back to front, and you know, that's all muted, that's muted, and that's live, but in my head it works, and as you can see on the screen, it says live. These say live here. Now, the reason I've done it that way is because it's easier to see these pictures without the cross through it. So, but after a while you learn where they are. Anyway, so let's go back to the test. So I have got a little bit of cold, so I apologise for that. So, I'm clicking on here, and this is going to be called, let's call it live. Because obviously you want to know when you're live. Okay, and then we will then change the picture. So you click on this little drop down, you choose create, select from file, and live is going to be this one here. So you drop that in there. Okay, so as you can see, now that says live. Now you can then click on this one and put another one in. So select from file, and the other logo, and then it changes. So when you press it, it changes. So you can see it here in the corner. It's changed. So let's go back, put it back on the screen, and there we go. It's unchanged. So it really is that simple. I mean, you can call it something here instead of Xbox. You can call it muted. You can call it whatever you like. But the base of it is really, really simple, guys. It doesn't take long at all to make these. Don't overcomplicate it. You've got a tiny little box. You see, there's not much detail here. You've got a few little things. There's nothing like overpowering, because you just don't need it. So that is it, guys. So like I say, the Elgato website, key creator, and you can make them. You can copy these ones if that's what you guys want to do. There's a picture of a microphone there and a picture of a microphone muted there. You can have that if you like to, but I just liked it because my Blue Snowball, which is a use for recording. What is it, Blue Snowball? Snowball or Blue Snowball, whatever. That's what I use, so that's what I got. A picture of my desktop. Now that is actually my desktop. That's what my computer looks like. So that's the case I use on my computer. So that is what it is. Spotify logo, Xbox logo. You know, it is blatantly obvious what it is without me even needing to read it. Obviously I set it up so I know what it is, but it's instant straight away when I look at it. So, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm sorry if it didn't quite work the way you were expecting it, but I'm not going to go into massive detail on how to make really complicated things on this, because it's not needed. 90% of the people who use this are going to use it in the same way I am. You are going to get the 10% which are going crazy with it. They've got all this special stuff going on, and you press a button and it does 10,000 things at once. But that's not what I'm going to use this for, and that's not what 90% of people are going to use it for. So, like I say, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm going to press this button to stop recording. So, thank you very much, guys, and I'll speak to you later.